All right, y'all, we're taking a look at this Boudoir Facebook ad. Gonna check it out, see if we believe it has BLCS, aka Boudoir low click syndrome. So Boudoir low click syndrome is when the unique CTR all for a Boudoir Facebook ad is under 6%. That means fewer than 6 out of 100 women are clicking anywhere, somewhere on our ad, aka they're not simply scrolling on by. And we care about women clicking somewhere on our ad because that means our ad has entered their brain. And we care about that because when our ad enters their brain, that is the only time their chance of buying from us is non-zero. So we gotta get this unique CTRL number up as high as possible, but under 6% is the most common thing I'm seeing, and it's a massive, massive problem. So even though it's the most common thing I'm seeing, and then that Boudoir photographers have in their Facebook ads backend dashboard, it is not normal. It is the symptom of a deeper root cause. And that deeper root cause is the 3 pre-click mistakes. So 3 pre-click mistakes causes BLCS, aka Boudoir low click syndrome. Now, we also know that a Boudoir Facebook advertiser with BLCS is a Boudoir low click advertiser, a BLCA. So we got our universe, taking shape here. BLCA with BLCS is caused by the 3 pre-click mistakes. Now, BLCS is treated with Boudoir pre-click optimization, aka Boudoir Pico. And treatment takes about a week. And nobody else has this treatment. You can only get it here. And because we invented it. In Boudoir Pico, we duplicate the current Boudoir Facebook ad, whether it's on or off. We treat the duplicated ads. We leave the original one alone. Treat it. Takes about a week. At the end of the week, we keep whichever one rolling as the better metrics. Now, once treated with Boudoir Pico, we now have pre-click alignment. So we get rid of the 3 pre-click mistakes, and we now have pre-click alignment. And pre-click alignment activates Boudoir brain entry boost in our Boudoir Facebook ads. And this is basically, we got our unique CTR all above 6%. And a Boudoir Facebook advertiser with Boudoir brain entry boost is a dominant Boudoir advertiser, a DBA. So we got our full universe here. We got a BLCA with BLCS is caused by the 3 pre-click mistakes. That's fine, easy enough. Treated with Boudoir Pico takes about a week. And we achieve pre-click alignment. We become a dominant Boudoir advertiser with Boudoir brain entry boost. Now, in my residency, I went out and found some Boudoir Facebook ads out there in the wild. And first one I tested, the unique CTRL was 4.3%. So we know that's under 6%, so we know that BLCS is present. So I duplicated that, treated with Boudoir Pico, took about a week, got the unique CTRL up to 6.88%. So way better. So instead of like 4 out of 100 women clicking somewhere in the ad, we got it up to approximately 7 out of 100 women. So we actually found out the original Boudoir Facebook ad was wasting 37% of its ad spend. So instead of spending 10 grand a month on their Boudoir Facebook ads, $3,700 a month every single month was being wasted. So what we can do is we can eliminate that waste by using the Boudoir Pico treated ad and spend the difference instead and get our ad into the same number of women's brains as the original at 10 grand a month. So Boudoir Pico at, what would this be, $6,300 a month. We'll get into the same number of women's brains as the original at 10 grand a month. So that's where the massive gains come from. Now, the second part of my residency, found another one in the wild, Boudoir Facebook ad, brought it back to the hospital. Unique CTRL 1.39%. Okay, that's under 6%. We know that BLCS is present. Duplicated it, treated it with Boudoir Pico, took about a week, got the unique CTRL up to 9.13%. So that's insanely good. We found out the original was wasting 84% of its ad spend. So if they're spending 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads, literally $8,400 a month being wasted, thrown out the window. So what we can do now, this Boudoir Pico treated ad, is eliminate that wasted ad spend, only spend the difference, $1,600 a month on the Boudoir Pico treated ad, and we'll get our ad into the same number of women's brains as the original at 10 grand a month spend. So massive gains there, and we pocket that 8,400 buck, or the business owner pockets that as kind of like an invisible phantom bonus, phantom profit, because it's not being wasted. It's literally, something like 100 grand in kind of bonus profit in the next 12 months. Now, I finally had a patient saw his unique CTR of his Facebook ad is 5.03%. So again, I knew the BLCS was present. So I went in Trio Boudoir Pico, well, duplicated Trio Boudoir Pico, took about a week, and got his unique CTR up to 15.35%. So I found out he was wasting 67%, or at least the original Boudoir Facebook ad wasting 67% of ad spend. So the original Boudoir Facebook ad had 10 grand a month. We'll get into the same number of women's brains as the Boudoir Pico treated ad, spending only 3,300 bucks a month. So that whole difference, we're pocketing that difference as a bonus profit, or the business owner is, the boudoir photographer is, 6,700 bucks a month in bonus profit by simply not spending that money. I would say, 80 grand bonus in the next 12 months. So insanely good without even needed to service any clients. So from these numbers, from what I've seen, the average boudoir Facebook ad with BLCS is wasting approximately 50% of its ad spend. I mean, look at the numbers, wasting 37%, wasting 84%, wasting 67%, so it's wasting approximately 50% of its ad spend. All right, so look at here, we got the below creative cluster mistake. The false belief that caused us to make this mistake is we're following what Facebook's telling us when we fill out our ads. That's the big problem. The consequence of this is more women scrolling by our ads than necessary, lowering unique CTRL, dragging us under the 6% unique CTRL, higher chance of giving us BLCS, boudoir low click syndrome. And the back end, Facebook actually makes more money because they can serve more ads per unit time, the more women that scroll by our ads and don't click anywhere on them. So that's why Facebook recommends us to do this. Finally, looking at the creative, yeah, we got the looks like an ad mistake. The false belief that causes us to make this mistake is we actually believe that an ad should look like an ad because other Facebook ads we've seen look like ads. Other other boudoir Facebook ads, other ads on Facebook, and so we believe ours should look like an ad as well. But that's why nearly every boudoir Facebook ad, well, actually has been 100%. Every boudoir Facebook ad I've checked out has had BLCS, boudoir low click syndrome. So consequence of this, more women scrolling by our boudoir Facebook ad than necessary. Finally, we're going to look at the see more headline here. The first 2 3/4 lines Facebook mobile newsfeed. So we go Nebraska ladies. Invited a handful of women to join me for a unique boudoir portion. For a personal consultation. All right, so got a few points of context here, but we're missing some other big ones. So this is the lack of context mistake. The false belief that causes us to make this mistake is, we're believing we've got enough we've set the right context. And we believe that this is the number one thing that'll help bring in buyers. But in fact, the way we get it right now, we're going to have way more women scrolling by our boudoir Facebook ad than necessary. So our ad never even enters their brain. So this contributes to BLCS. Pulling our unique CTR under 6% contributes to boudoir low click syndrome. So all right, so overall looking at this, yes, I do believe this has boudoir low click syndrome, aka BLCS. And therefore, I believe it has a unique CTRL under 6%. Now, if you are a BLCA with BLCS, a boudoir low click advertiser with boudoir low click syndrome, your boudoir Facebook ads have a unique CTR all under 6%, and you spend more than 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads, and you actually want, well, you've looked at the market, see it can, for boudoir photographers, seem to get more and more saturated. Every time someone gets a new iPhone, they're throwing up a Google My Business profile, saying they do boudoir shoots now, or they get a new camera and they're posting the mom groups saying they do boudoir shoots now. So it's getting more and more saturated, and you're also seeing inflation going up, cost of living going up. So you've already decided, you've already put in work to optimize the other parts of your business, pull some profit out there, kind of, same effort, more profit, or more profit, less effort, less inputs. So becoming more optimized because you're seeing it's getting more competitive out there. You've decided you want to solve BLCS with Boudoir Pico because you want to achieve pre-click alignment and you want to become a dominant boudoir advertiser with Boudoir Brain Entry Boost because you need that to become the #1 boudoir photographer in your city. Then shoot me a DM. Shoot me a DM when I'm open for new patient intake. I'm not open right now, so my DMs are closed. If you DM me, there's no way you can get in. There's no way you can work with me right now. If you want this outcome, you saw Boudoir Pico could save approximately, if you're spending 10K, approximately 5K a month, it can save you. Basically eliminate that wasted ad spend, help you eliminate that. And you just pocket that, you don't have to spend it. So 5K a month, kind of 60K a month bonus, or 60K after 12 months bonus. And so if you want that outcome, then yeah, DM me. And when I do open for new patient intake, DM me and we will see if you qualify for the Boudoir Pico treatment.